Help support AMTV by becoming a patron, an AMTV staff member, and following us over on Twitter.
Hi there guys, it's Adam Martin here, and welcome back to another episode of the Now Review. And for today's instalments we're going to be taking a look at two albums actually, where the theme is quite different and out there for now, and that's what I call musicals. Now, I'm quite the musical goer, obviously being an actor. I sort of was raised in musicals. I've been fortunate to see a lot of shows, been in a few myself on various degrees of professionalism, and these were quite exciting when they came out. I remember being really ecstatic that these were happening because I was already a fan of Now, and to have musical editions was something quite nice. So there's two releases here, both not that far away from each other actually. And we'll start with the first release, which is this one. Now That's What I Call Musicals from 2012. So this one, as I said, came out in 2012, and let's have a look at the cover. You've got the nice grand theatre look here, the old-fashioned several-tiered theatre, and I think it looks quite nice, to be honest. A really nice design cover, featuring songs from Wicked, Mamma Mia, Fame, The Sound of Music, Les Mis, and many more. So quite the variety we're in store for. There's the spine. This one's aligned with Decca as well. I'm assuming Decca had a right to a lot of these. So, CD1, you've got We Will Rock You, which actually, I think if I remember rightly listening to it, is the actual Queen song. It's not a recording from the musical, which is interesting. You've got Dancing Queen from Mamma Mia, Time Warp from Rocky Horror, Unchained Melody from Ghost. So, some of these, as you can see, are the actual recordings from movie versions or just the studio recordings. There are original soundtracks, though, off the movie, so like the Oliver movie or Hairspray the movie. Trying to find an original cast one. Breaking Free from High School Musical is on here, of course. So CD2, let's have a look. Music of the Night. Michael Crawford, yeah, original Phantom, really well. I Know Him So Well from Chess. So quite the variety. It's not just new musicals. You've got a lot of older stuff as well. Funnily enough, it finishes with I Dreamed a Dream from Les Mis, but it's Michael Ball singing it. Now, 2012, you know, the Les Mis film had sort of just... I'll tell a lie. The Les Mis film with Hugh Jackman was a bit away, so there wasn't the Anne Hathaway recording. So interesting they chose Michael Ball to front that one. I think that's quite interesting. Talk more about the track list later. Let's open this up. It's 2 discs, so it's in a standard jewel case. So there's the first, nicely aligned with the cover. I quite like that, to be honest. So that's all well and good. And the second disc is virtually the same, just says CD2. You get the nice image of the whole theatre design they were going for without the logo, and I think it looked quite grand. It gives it a sense of grandeur, as musicals do, and there's a little thing for Decca Records there, where you can win an iPad and £100 worth of music vouchers. When did that expire, eh? Let's have a look. Oh, probably a long time ago. What's that, 1st of March 2013? Yeah, let's put that aside. Anyway, let's have a quick look at the booklet. Put that down there, so open it up. Oh, it's just like a fold. Just basic information about the tracks, the musicals they're from, when they came out, nothing too fancy or snazzy in there, and that's about it. So I'll put this back together and maybe jump cut, and then we'll talk more about the track list. So that was the first Now musicals, and again the track list, I do like the variety. I worry sometimes with Now that they just focus on the modern stuff, but there's a really whole breadth of things here. You've got everything from modern stuff like Shrek, and then you're going all the way back. Oklahoma's on here, that's a very old musical. Stuff from Oliver, there it is, and Carousel, but to name a few. So you're really getting a wide breadth of musicals. And I remember when this first came out, at the time, I was a 16-year-old and I didn't even know some of these musicals or these songs. So this was really nice to pick up. Should you buy this? Well, I mean, obviously if you're a fan of musicals, it's kind of a no-brainer. I think you'll enjoy this if you don't already own the original soundtracks. Where can you find it? Mainly secondhand. You can't buy this in HMV or new shops anymore, or Music Magpie, which is where I got my copy. The colour looks a bit weird on the camera. Sorry if that looks any different for you guys. Sometimes the colour does that. But now we'll move on to the next release, which is from 2014, also titled Now That's What I Call Musicals. So this was released in 2014, and this one goes for the more sort of billboardy style look, which is nice. I was worried they'd just rehash the theatre thing, but it's quite nice. You've got a red carpet, stage lights, looks very snazzy. You're still in a standard jewel case, there it is there. 2014 was the release, and CD1, you're kicking off straight away again with the same song, We Will Rock You by Queen. Now, of course, Frozen came out, so that's on here, which is now a musical in itself, in Broadway currently, I think. I Dreamed the Dream is on here, it's the Susan Boyle version this time. The Winner Takes It All by Meryl Streep from Mamma Mia, brilliant song. So as we go down, you can probably see there are some repeats here from the last one. I mean, there was always going to be. They're always going to include the big ones from the big musicals. Still breaking free from High School Musical, you can't get away from it. And CD2, you've got Bring Him Home, Music of the Night, Memory, Send in the Clowns. A lot, literally, again, a wide breadth. And it is nice that there's different ones as well. Some of them are the same, but some of them are actually different as well. Finishing with Light at the End of the Tunnel from Starlight Express, which I don't think was on the 2012 version. So nice to see it's not all the same, but there is a lot of crossover. We'll get more into that in a minute. Let's see what we've got in here. So there is disc 1, sort of still going with the red theme, nothing too fancy there. And does this change colour? It does. We've gone to gold as the primary colour now with red text. All in all, looks quite nice. What's this say? Win 2 tickets to see Wicked at the Apollo Victoria Theatre plus 1 night stay at the Park Plaza Victoria in London. The asterisk, no purchase necessary. What's the asterisk? Oh, maybe that was it. Visit to enter? Yeah, that's long gone, isn't it? And look, Now 89 is out now, so as an indication then this probably came out sort of towards the end of 2014, which seems like ages ago now, doesn't it? Almost 5 years. Let's have a quick look at the booklet. Opening up, this one's not even fold, it's just a very basic print. Similar thing, track information, copyrights, all that usual jazz. So I'll put this back in, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the track list. So going back to the track list, as I said, there are some different songs on here that weren't on the 2012 version, like the Starlight Express one, as I previously mentioned. Frozen's on here. But I think the problem with releasing this again so soon, only 2 years after, is they haven't really included that much more. If you already own the first Now musicals, there's not a great deal of point owning this version if you're after new musical songs. It's not like they've completely gone for a new set list, they've gone for a mix and match. If you're looking between the two, which to get, it's hard to recommend one individually because I think it really depends on your taste in musicals. So if you're only thinking about getting one of these, I'd advise looking at the track lists first and deciding which track list you enjoy more. Or if you want, you can get both. They're both pretty cheap now. I picked up both of my copies for under £3 on Music Magpie. So, you know, what I meant was buying these new at the time between 2012 and 2014 seemed a bit ludicrous to me for a lot of the similarities, but as true to its name, there's a lot of musicals on here, a lot of songs, and it's also a great education if you're new to musicals and maybe only know some of the big stuff. There's a lot of small stuff on here to keep you busy. And that's all for this installment of the Now Review. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, leave a comment, share it around with all your friends, subscribe to the channel, and until the next one, I will see you guys next time.
Thank you to our patrons for helping to support the show, and a special thank you to Macra, Hooks Media, Ben Freeman, Ethan Carberry-Holt, Brittany Fan 1999, Bruce Danton, The Broken Kitsumanoid, and Francine Salazar, our AMTV staff members.